So you're a woman, and I guess you think you know yourself pretty well, don't you? Well, stick around, because we're going to talk about 5 things that you probably did not know about yourself. Welcome back to Tips for Women, everyone, where we talk about everything in a man's brain that he doesn't want you to know. And if you're new to the channel, hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button just to let us know that you support our content. So let's dive right into the 5 things. The first thing we're going to talk about today is the sun. The sun is not your friend, ladies, at all. Did you know that 80% of women's wrinkles actually come from being sunburnt? That's right. So what happens in your skin is when you're sunburnt, it actually kills cells. And then what happens is your body produces new cells that actually attack those dead cells to keep them from becoming cancerous. And that causes a lot of wrinkles. So use the sunscreen, ladies. The second thing we're going to talk about is your skin dehydrates faster than a man's. The reason for this is because women seem to like to soak in baths and hot water and they just love to stay in the tub for an hour. Well, it's actually very bad for your skin. The hotter the water and the longer you stay in the water, it actually loosens up the oils that are in your skin. So when you actually start washing your body, you are actually washing away all the natural oils that your body needs to make your skin healthy. That's the reason when you get out of the shower, you feel all dry and itchy and you got to use 12 pounds of lotion. That's why, ladies. The third thing we're going to talk about is women are more prone to have anxiety. And there is a reason for this. In a woman's biological makeup, she has an abundance of chemicals in her brain that actually let her detect threats and danger. The reason she has an abundance of these chemicals and men don't is because she gives birth. She is there. She is a protector, a provider. That is in her biological makeup of who she is. So because of the abundance of these chemicals, because in today's age where there's not a lot of threats and not a lot of dangers on a daily basis, those chemicals often cause anxiety in women. So the fourth thing we're going to talk about is the old myth of your private parts are not clean. You know, back in the 1920s and 1930s, it was made to believe that a woman had to use some kind of flush or douche or had to use something to clean herself down there. Well, as time went on and science has kicked in, we have discovered that your body has its own cleaning mechanism. And for you to use those products on yourself is actually bad for you. Did you know that women that use those cleaning products are actually twice as much danger of contracting ovarian cancer? So ladies, think twice. Let your body heal itself. The last thing we're going to talk about is a woman's brain is actually smaller than a man's. Now, back in 1920, women were actually allowed to start to vote. But before then, the argument from men of why they were not allowed to vote was because their brains were physically smaller than a man's. And they argued that women would not have the brain capacity to understand politics and everything that went with it. So they were not allowed to vote. But the actual truth, ladies, is yes, your brains are smaller than ours, but there's a reason for it. Your biological makeup, once again, is most women are smaller than men. So naturally comes smaller parts on you. Now, Your brains and our brains are exactly the same when it comes to how they operate. Actually, I think maybe women's brains, they can probably work 25% better than ours at times. So those are 5 things, ladies. And hey, if you want to watch some other videos from Tips for Women, right here beside you. And like always, ladies, stay beautiful.